Morning. It's like so late.
See y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back to Nashville? Yeah, let's go.
This is the view yet again from Greylock. It's like almost 9 o'clock. We were gonna leave earlier, but then we smelled bacon.
Bacon?
Yeah, we did not do a wrap up last night. It's a long story. There was a dinner that we all decided we would do. I think I talked about it yesterday. Apparently there was a problem. They forgot to count 22 people and they were only serving 46. So long story short, it was a debacle and we didn't get back up to the bunk room until like almost 9:30. So that's why we're all starting out late. We are going to Seth Warner today, 13.3. Wrist is a little better. It's still real sore, but it's not as swollen. So that's good. Obviously, we're not gonna bother going up into this, but it's real pretty. So off we go. Big fun at Bascom Lodge in Mount Greylock. Thoughts this morning, sir?
Good to be back on trail. Nice to have a full belly, rested and dry.
There you go, for a minute.
Yeah.
Sun is shining, oh my gosh. Thunderbolt shelter, it's a triple C shelter. You can see it in Gut Hook. You can only stay here in emergencies. Man, it looks pretty nice.
Come film this.
Oh, okay, what do we got? Oh dear.
Looks like you're going to
Oh dear. I'm a little apprehensive about this. Mr. Lavardi said it's pretty intense and I've just got one pole, so wish us luck. 2.5 miles in. Whoops, sorry. This is top of Mount Williams. As you can see, no views. School box here, probably some kind of a logbook. Trail has been a lot like yesterday. Wet, you know, puddles, mud, you know.
my shoes.
Mud. Oh, let's see your shoes. Yeah, his shoes are nice. Very nice. Off we go. Well, we've actually been on almost a trail here for a minute as opposed to a creek bed. We are real close to the Wilbur shelter and just crossed the road. It's real nice. There's like day parking and stuff, so I'm not sure if that shelter gets pretty full. It might. The weather's perfect. The rain has held off so far, so we're just enjoying it. We've got about another 3 miles till we're at the Stop and Shop, and we're gonna eat lunch there and get anything we may need for tonight before we go into Bennington tomorrow. This is Mount Prospect Ledge. When we first came up here, it was completely socked in, but just as we're standing here while I was putting the camera on, we got a little tiny break in the action. I don't know if you can see it, but boy, on a clear day, this is some kind of view. Today's not that day though.
Wow, look at that.
I know.
Huh.
I don't know how much they can see. You can see a little bit.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
It's really pretty. Well, we're gonna get going back down the hill. We have come about 5.4 miles and we're at like 1,345 feet according to Gut Hook. Having come down from what, almost 3,800 feet, Rich?
Something like that.
37, 30, I don't know, a lot. We've come down a couple thousand feet. They did a real good job with the trail. Oh my, gunshots may be heard from nearby firing range. They did a really good job with the trail with the switchbacks. It was nice, and we've actually been on trail for a little while, not just walking through mud and water and everything. So that's been super nice. We have about a mile to go until the Stop and Shop, where we're going to stop and get lunch. And then we'll have, I think, about 7 more to go to the shelter where we're going to spend the night. We are doing a little road walking. I guess this will take us where we need to go to the Stop and Shop. And I just looked up there and went, oh my. We're just like, how do you know we're going up there? I just have a feeling. I haven't looked at the elevation for the afternoon. I may be in for a rude awakening. We just had lunch. We went to the Stop and Shop. The gang all arrived. And everybody was resupplying, eating lunch. It went from really sunny and nice to downright cold and acting like it's gonna rain again. So we have another 7 in a little minute, I think, to get to the shelter. So it's going to be a late day. And right now, we got to climb like 750 feet in less than 2 miles. So I guess we better go do that. Vermont state line, 4.1. Seth Warner shelter, 6.9. Look at how pretty that is. It's like a spillway. It's a real pretty stream down here. You can tell I'm stalling about making this climb. Yeah, full of choking on bug spray. We are still just walking along this beautiful water. Richard said we already come up 300 feet. I don't know. We've definitely been climbing, but I think we've got a good ways yet to go. The mud is back. This is just so pretty. Oh, whoops, too close. Really beautiful. This is where the Sherman Brook campsite is, and there was a fire. It doesn't look decimated, but it definitely smells a little smoky. Apparently it burned down one of the platforms, but we were going to stay there before we decided to stay at the lodge, and now, you know, all of our numbers change. But I don't think it, just from what we've seen passing by, I don't think you should shy away from it necessarily. I mean, one of the comments was it had mosquitoes. Trust me, every place we've been for at least the last 4 days, except in the lodge, has had mosquitoes. It's just that time of year. Oh dear, we're back in the mud. We are 3/10 of a mile from the rock garden. We have come up almost 1,500 feet since we left town, which was not that many miles ago. The fire has been here as well, but we're just gonna take our time and get up to the top. This is some crazy stuff. Here comes Crawling Slow Jam too. It's just a big old boulder field. Well, that was a challenge. I guess there used to be a bunch of rock cairns up there. They all got knocked down. I guess that was it. Just a big old crazy climb on a bunch of rocks. But we're about as high as we're gonna be now. So that's good. And we're not too far from the border. Welcome to Vermont. Wow. Man, I just might tear up a little bit here. I just stepped in so much mud. We have made it to Vermont. 3 more northern states, and we're gonna be done. Wow. Well, for all our northbound friends, it's 1,600 miles. I don't know if we mentioned it. I think the sign showed it. The AT and the Long Trail run together for a little while. So we've got 2 trails running here. It's been, you know, more of the same. It'll be real nice for a while, and then we'll get stuck in mud and puddles. And I think we have, Rich said back at the Vermont sign, 600 down, 560 up. So we're going to do a little more up and down before we get there. But hopefully it won't be too much longer. See, this is what we're talking about. Okay. So far, Vermont is quite lovely. The trail is pretty much the same as Massachusetts so far. Not really any real huge differences. Of course, everybody says Vermont has mud, but we've been walking in mud for 2 days, so Massachusetts has mud too. It's real green, lots of ferns. It's just real pretty. The air is still cool. We're really glad that it hasn't rained so far. It's pretty late in the day for us to be still on trail. It's 4:45, and we still have about 2 miles to go. So it's going to be right at 6 o'clock when we go rolling in, and hopefully there will still be some tent sites. Slow Jam and Crawler behind us. There's another guy that I don't know. He was stopped for a little break, and we passed him. And then the kids, Elliot and Ellie, I think are planning on staying here too. So hopefully there'll be space for everyone, because I don't think there's anywhere to camp for another like 7 miles after this place. So we'll see. We are 0.3 from the shelter. And here in Vermont, so far, they don't use the boardwalks. They use rocks. You know, rocks are okay as long as they're not slippery. But so far these are not slippery, and that's a good thing. we're tired. It's time to be there. But hopefully we won't have too many obstacles between us and the shelter. We've got to go across a dirt road, and then once we get to the spur for the shelter, it's like 2 tenths. So here we go, more rocks. Yay! Point 2, and we can stop walking for the day. I think we're both ready.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's going to be a little muddy on the way in. How shocking.
Vermont.
Vermont after mass mud.
Well,
Oh dear. Good evening. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
It was a long way down off of Greylock.
I didn't mind the down off Greylock, but I didn't realize we are going to have 2,600 up. We did 1,400. We did 14 miles, and we're at Seth Warner shelter. We left Bascom Lodge way too late.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock before we got on trail easily.
Right. Oh dear, I just realized my arm is in this picture. Yeah, as you can see, I have a little bruising.
Yeah.
Oops.
Sprained wrist.
It looked a lot better this morning before we started hiking, but then it started swelling again. But I think that's just normal. It's getting a little better every day. It's just going to take a minute. But as far as the hike, it was fun. It was just a lot of water and a lot of mud, but it didn't rain today.
Big news is we're in Vermont.
We are in Vermont.
Tomorrow we turn 900 miles.
Mm-hmm. Very quickly.
A couple of good milestones there.
Yeah. Oh, it is the 4th of July. Although
Oh, yeah,
people said that it's not. People said those are gunshots. I thought they were fireworks. So I don't know. There are a lot of folks here that are not through hikers or section hikers.
Yeah.
They're just out for the holiday weekend, local folks. And because we're on the long trail as well, Rich saw some guys who were finishing up the long trail. They were going the other direction.
100 mile an hour.
Yeah, two young guys. Like, are we almost to Massachusetts? We're like, yeah, you're like really close.
We're moving.
Yeah.
So.
But, we had a good time at the lodge, and we're looking forward to going to town tomorrow.
The lodge is really amazing. It's well laid out, well thought through. They got a really good staff.
Now, you will, if you're in the bunk room and they have like dinner and stuff going on downstairs, the sound carries, so bring your earbuds.
Yeah, definitely. That's.
Yeah, or if people are down there, just visiting or doing whatever.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my hand out of the way.
Yeah, because I normally hold it, but this hand won't hold it right now. I can, but it hurts. But so we're going into town tomorrow. We're going to try to just do a Nero. We'll just have to see. There's no cell service again. And when we were at the lodge, their Wi-Fi was down, so I haven't been able to get any videos out. So I've got so much work to do on videos, and I haven't been able to answer comments or anything. So tomorrow I'm going to be spending a lot of time trying to get caught up.
Yeah, I sort of thought we'd have some signal tonight, but we don't. So
yeah, so far not doing so great. The people we were talking to that were local said AT&T tends to do better up here than Verizon. So oops. But anything else? I'm brain dead.
No, my right ankle's real sore from falling yesterday. Got really tender at the end of the day, but we're gonna hike with slow jam and crawl tomorrow, so that should be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get into town by noon so that we can have a decent Nero. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
Well, we're both gassed, so.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
Aren't we animated?
No, we're not. Not at all.
Yeah, I have a patriotic arm. It's red, white, and blue.
Wow. Okay, on that note, we're out. See you guys.